Hey guys, Tesla Ariell here, and today's my birthday and we're doing yet another trip. If you have been following my channel in the past year, last year we went to Portland, Oregon, and this time around we are going to the Fremont Factory and the Gigafactory. I'm not sure if we're able to do both, but I got invitations from both, accommodating a last minute request if we're able to go there. So that's really cool. Yeah. So we're gonna document our trip. First stop, we're going to stop in Great Falls, Montana, Spring Hill Suites. We'll get a 100% charge before we hit the supercharger network. So we're gonna show the supercharger stops along the way if you're going south to the border from Western Canada, specifically Alberta. Alright, see you in a bit. Time to drive. Just arrived now at the Spring Hill Suites by Marriott here in Great Falls, Montana. As you see, I'm not the only one charging. I'm not the only electric car here. There's another Tesla that's also charging. Yep, so this car, my car here, is not equipped with a 72 amp charging, but that's okay because we're gonna do an overnight charge. The last time I was here, we were in the Model S. We just did a top up. We actually slept in Dick's RV park rather than staying here at the Spring Hill Suites. So how did we do on our trip? I'll show you. So we arrived here with 7 miles of rated range. So we left Lethbridge with around 389 kilometers. We did a top up at the PV Mart while having dinner at Costco. So we arrived here with just enough range, more than enough actually, and we don't mind arriving low because we'll have a good night's sleep and just charge. So I'll use the charger. So that's the other Model S that's charging. So now time to plug Raichu in. Yes, pulsing green means good. Okay, how long will it take to charge it? It says starting to charge. It will do an initial calculation shortly. 11 hours 15 minutes for a full charge approximately. So that means it's currently 9:27 p.m. just around in time for after breakfast. So we'll leave around 9-ish a.m. after eating breakfast. Okay, so now we'll get a good night's rest and we'll catch you tomorrow for our next leg of our journey to Fremont. Good morning, it's 9:46 a.m. October 26. We have a full charge and we're ready to go. Thanks Spring Hill Suites for the juice and for the breakfast. Had a good chat with the owner of this car. He drove from Sonoma, California to here to drop his son off at the university and bring all his stuff, and now he's also driving on the way back. We might see him in our next stop, hopefully at Elko. So yeah, Spring Hill Suites, thank you very much. Make sure you phone ahead so that you can make sure you have a spot reserved. Well, they reserved this spot for me with the traffic cone, but we didn't need it. We just parked next to it, and if another owner came by, at least another one is saved. Yeah, no icing here, wasn't too busy, and we're now off to the Butte supercharger. It says we're 155 miles away and we should be able to make it with no problem. We have 252 miles of rated range. Now let's point our navigation to Elko. I think it should show home 2 suites. There you go. 509 miles. And it will route us through the superchargers. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so Butte, Lima, Pocatello, Twin Falls, and then Elko. Alright. Expected arrival at around 8 p.m. Okay. We have a full charge. We'll arrive at Butte with no problem. 23% buffer. That's easy. Alright. Time to go. Approaching Butte, Montana. 18 miles, 18 minutes to go. We've been listening to Zig Ziglar's Better Than Good. Yeah. Turn your car into a university on wheels. It'll help you. Yeah, so we've been doing pretty much the speed limit at or around, it says 80 miles per hour, but the actual speed limit is 70. There has been some light rains, a lot of bugs, and a spectacular view. We just arrived here in Butte, Montana. There's a mall behind the supercharger stalls, and there is a Perkins restaurant, another casino restaurant, and lounge, and a bunch of other eating places here. Yes, so there's a KFC, A&W, so we're just gonna cross the street to get there. Our next supercharger stop says here our next supercharger stop is going to be at Lima, Montana, and that will be how many miles away? Let's say continue trip. It'll tell us how many miles to go. So that's 113 miles. So doesn't tell us yet. Doesn't tell us yet how long will it take to charge, but you know what? We'll just charge here. Probably we'll just need half or 60-70% of the battery on charge. That's just enough time for us to grab something to eat. Okay, we're now supercharging. Speed is now ramping up. Time for some lunch. We now have more than enough charge to make it to Lima, Montana. 202 miles of rated range. Full battery is 250. One other Tesla pulled in to charge. A black Model S with Utah license plate. So I guess since we're in the good old US of A, we will see more and more Teslas as we go south and as we proceed to California. Alright, let's go. Approaching Lima, Montana. Just mesmerized by the beauty of the sky and the scenery, and you get to see it more with the Model X's huge windshield. Now arrived at Lima, Montana. We arrived at around 30-something miles of range. That means around 80 kilometers. No, 50 kilometers. What's that, love? Lima. They say Lima beans. You know, the Tagalog of there's a Tagalog word lima, that's for 5, but definitely there's more than 5 supercharger stalls here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, seemingly in the middle of nowhere, but you know, there's a cafe. There's also an Exxon gas station. Yeah, so we're just gonna check out the cafe. Hopefully gonna grab a coffee. Okay, I just found out that you pronounce the town Lima. So we're charging still at 70 kilowatts. We added how many miles? 140 miles now. And we have 140 miles to go. since we're gonna drive above the speed limit a little bit, we're gonna aim for a higher buffer. Yep, so we're gonna hang out for a little bit longer before we head off to Pocatello, Idaho. So far this trip has been very easy, right? Very easy, uneventful. And guess what? The Tesla Model S that we saw in Butte, Montana also followed us here. It has Salt Lake City plates, and I wonder where the owner went. Probably he also went to Jan's Cafe. Snow-capped mountains. It's October 26th. Yep. And there's snow on the top of the mountains. Nice. Alright. Gonna hang out for a little bit more and we're gonna head for Pocatello. With this consumption of 580 watt-hours per mile at 4 miles per hour of the speed limit, doesn't look like we're gonna make it to Pocatello. I think we have to stop at Idaho Falls Supercharger. Yep, that's perfect because I would need to get a pee break anyway. This scenery here looks a lot like some of the scenery up north in Canada, by Alberta and Saskatchewan. And to be quite honest, this is how it should be. You know, we have supercharger stops along the I-15 from Butte, Montana onwards down to Idaho and Utah and Nevada and all the rest of the United States. And in Saskatchewan, you don't have anything aside from Sun Country chargers that deliver a maximum of 80 amps, actually 72 amps for my car, and a few destination chargers. So it's a whole different ballgame now when you're down here. You're able to drive at the proper speed with a proper speed limit. Now the speed limits are 80 miles per hour, which I believe is the correct speed limit for wide open highways like this, and not 110 kilometers per hour or what, 60, 65, 67 miles per hour. Yeah, that's too slow. But here, 80 miles per hour, that's proper. No need to exceed it. 80 miles per hour is perfect. So that's the flow of traffic. Mostly everyone has been going plus or minus a couple miles an hour within that speed limit. Yes, so we're going to do a quick top up at Idaho Falls, and we're gonna do our next stop at Twin Falls, and we're gonna hit Pocatello as well. So instead of doing one longer charges, we're gonna do several shorter ones, just to stretch our legs a little bit and not to wait at one charger for too long of a time. Yeah. Okay, so catch you in a bit in Idaho Falls. Okay, just arrived here at Idaho Falls, now charging. There are 8 supercharger stalls, and this is a strip mall, but I can't see where we could use the restroom. First rule of using an establishment's restroom: buy something, anything from them as a thank you for allowing them to use your restroom. Something like a snack, doesn't have to be the most expensive item. So Diane got a brownie. Yep, so now we're going back to our car and we're gonna head over to Pocatello. We're going to the Fremont Factory and the Gigafactory. Yeah,
awesome.
I heard it's awesome too, but you're not allowed to take pictures or video. So
you gotta go down in person.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to. Just I just got here at Pocatello, Idaho. It's at the Clarion Hotel. There's a Burger King nearby, and this is our last stop before before Twin Falls and then Elko. So we're charging next to a very nice looking white Tesla Model 3 performance model, and you can tell it's the performance model from the red calipers. Yeah.
Oh,
looks
yeah,
sweet.
the performance. Yeah.
How
many miles on the charge? 300.
All right. So Diane is hungry. We're gonna head off to the Burger King to have some supper. 6 p.m. Looks like it's time to go. Here's that Tesla Model S that has been following us since earlier today, probably on the way back to Utah. And we have 215 miles of rated range. So let's see what it says. We should arrive in Twin Falls, Idaho with plenty of juice. And it says, you know what, looks like we really need to stop at Twin Falls because total is 282 miles, 215 miles of rated range. Yep, so we still need to do a stop. No worries. Alright, so we're gonna head off now to Twin Falls. We got here now with a rated range of 41 miles. We had a little detour. I got confused with the directions. So there's an Outback Steakhouse and there's a Ross Dress for Less in the distance. So that's my wife's favorite store. Okay. So now time to supercharge. I think I need a jacket. I need a washroom break or restroom break. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stalls here. Okay, so this is our last stop before our pit stop for tonight at Elko, the only one here charging. And we'll walk to that. Where is that? Ross Dress for Less over there. Alright, catch you in a bit. Looks like we're ready to go. We have 240 miles of rated range. That's almost a full charge. And it says we'll arrive with 21%. We probably overcharged because we enjoyed too much at Ross. But time to get going. Just arrived here at Elko, the Home 2 Suites. They have a Tesla charger. We arrived with 19 miles of rated range. It says there'll be significantly less energy available from your battery if it gets cooler. So they have Tesla chargers. This is a new hotel. And they have 4 spots for Tesla charging. Cool, so count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3, just 3. Well, that's good. So we'll grab one and charge our car. There you go. Oh, it's a bit needs convincing. Don't think this has been used in a while. Or it has an awkward fit, but come on. Let's try it. No? Not this one? Oh. This one is awkward. Let me try with my right hand. No luck with this one. Try the other one. Alright, let's try the other one. Uh-oh. Let's see. Why isn't it charging? It's still blue. Ready to charge. Check charger power. I think I may have to check in with the front desk and make sure that the power is on. It should charge. Yeah. Let me give it another go. Okay. There's a red thing there. It might be powered off.
Maybe.
Anyway, let's check in and hopefully they get to turn the power on. Okay, so now why am I at the supercharger? That charger at the Home 2 suites does not work here in Elko. The manager, Angela, was nice enough to offer 50% off, but I would rather have the charging at the hotel. So what we decided to do was take her up on that offer as we were collecting the Hilton points, and I just went here to the supercharger. I'll just hang out here. I dropped Diane off at the hotel so that she can take a rest while I just wait here until I get a half charger, so for around 15-20 minutes. Alright, so that should be the end of my video for today, and I'll see you in the morning when we get up. This is the third leg of our journey to to California. Next stop for the night is Sacramento. Gonna see my cousin, my uncle, and aunt. But yeah, this is where we stayed. Home 2 Suites by Hilton. Their Tesla charger wasn't working, so what the heck. They gave us 50% off for the trouble, and I posted a 5-star review in return. They promised that next time it will be working, as they have texts coming in from Salt Lake City. So here's something cool. We are from Alberta in our car, but this guy actually came from Alaska. His tag said Alaska, so we thought that we came from far. This guy came from farther. Anyway, off now to Winnemucca. It's gonna be around a 7-hour trek to Sacramento, California. Catch you in a bit. Now just arrived at the Winnemucca supercharger, and this is the first time we have stopped in one of these types of superchargers. This is one of the pull-through stalls where you don't back in. Yeah, so it's fairly easy. The space is a bit small, so I'm parked over here, but the other one who will park on this stall, I believe, designed for disabled access, use last. Okay, so this is also a pull-through stall going inwards over here, so I guess no one will park here anyway, so we're good. Yeah. Okay, so there is a McDonald's. They say that this Dos Amigos Restaurante is also good. I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit, and then after we're done charging, we're going to head off to Lovelock. Probably just 15-20 minutes charge. just enough for us to stretch and go to the restroom. Now just arrived here in Lovelock, Nevada. Yes, so we arrived probably with maybe 30-ish miles of range. We were doing pretty much more or less the speed limit, around 80. Speed limit was 75, 80 miles per hour for most of the trip. It was uneventful, just an autopilot. So yeah, here's what I like about this station. So this is the 4 supercharger stalls. Hopefully they can have more when more Teslas come up. There's a Chevron gas station in the same property, and behind there's a McDonald's. So literally across the street, you can see the McDonald's right there. And there are some other establishments nearby. But look at this. You can't get more American than this. Nice. Amazing. Okay, so gonna hang around here for a bit. Diane and I will take some selfies by the American flag, and we're going to be off to Reno, Nevada. Just arrived here at the Reno supercharger. Look at all my bug kill. Yes, so this red Model 3 just pulled in. There is a silver Model S, and it's nice here. There's some fountains. It's a busy parking lot. Yeah. So Diane and I will just use the restroom here, and after this we'll take a picture at the sign that reads the biggest little city in the world. And this is the supercharger. Oh, so many Teslas, 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 Teslas. It's Tesla heaven. If you love Teslas, this is the place you want to be. Just arrived here at the Rocklin supercharger. Here's Raichu. And there's so many Teslas. Looks like this is a Tesla store. And man, a lot of Teslas. So you see there is, I'll show you. I'll flip the camera around. So there, that's our car charging. You see all that bug kill. There's so many other vehicles here at the supercharger. There's a white Model X pulling in. Look at this. There is a solar array as the roof of this supercharger. So actually, this is being charged up from the sun. That's amazing. So let's see how much charge we're getting. So we're getting a full 102 kilowatts. So that means the other car, this is 2A, the other car that's on 2B, which I assume is where is 2B? Is this 2B? Yes. This other car has a high state of charge. If this car on 2B had a low state of charge, since this car came first, we will have a slower charge. But since we're getting a high charge, we can only deduce that this car has a high state of charge already. Yeah, so let's check out the Tesla store and see. Just getting a top up at the supercharger here. On our way in from Calgary, Alberta. Yeah, we drove in. Good morning from Sacramento, California. Let's lower that music. Yeah, so last night we visited my cousin with my aunt staying over there. Uncle just got out of the hospital. He's recovering, couldn't digest properly. But anyway, hope he gets better over time. It's his 70th surgery. Yeah, we call him Superman because he's the real man of steel. So we're headed now to Union City. We're going to go to church at St. Anne's, and we're going to check into our hotel. Also, hopefully visit the premium outlet close by. When it comes to the premium outlet, yeah, my wife gives her sign of approval. Yeah, so here's our trip. I'll show you. So we didn't have a destination charger at this hotel, so we're leaving with 79 miles of range. So what we're gonna do is we're going to hit the supercharger, the first supercharger here at Vacaville. Is this a big one? Yeah, 16 stall supercharger. That's pretty big compared to anything we have in Canada, right? And then that should take us all the way to Union City. What I'd like to point out also is that once you hit California, there's no shortage of superchargers. So if you miss this one in Vacaville, you can go to the one in Fairfield, or you can go to, there's another one here. Oh, the Fremont one. 0 of 12 stalls available. It's full. Good luck. Probably want to take a video and show what a lineup looks like. Yep, I guess there's Teslas everywhere as soon as you hit the Bay Area. So I think our route is good. Just the one supercharger stop at Vacaville, and we'll probably have one top up somewhere there, just so that we have plenty of juice to go. Now charging at the Vacaville premium outlets. Don't know how to pronounce this. Just like Lima, right? I said Lima, but no, it's Lima. And so grabbing some juice. I want to point out something cool. We're in California. They have a lot of solar. So they have solar panels on that canopy on that building over there, and on that building there, that's the Courtyard by Marriott Hotel. So very cool. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna hang around here for a bit and head off to Union City in the Bay Area. This is the Dublin supercharger. Reminds me of a Costco lineup. So there is a lineup to supercharge, and we don't get this in Canada really. So, but you do get this in California. guys, what's up? It's Tesla Ariell here, and we're at the Fremont Factory. We are in line to supercharge. It's full. Yeah, so there's no available spots. It's good we came early. Our tour is at 2 o'clock, and currently it's just before noon. So we're gonna supercharge here, and we're gonna have our factory tour. This is so exciting. Yeah, we're gonna hang out here. Inorbis provides intercity transportation between Calgary, Edmonton, and more using electric vehicles like Tesla. Visit inorbis.ca or call 1-877-601-8747 and mention the promo code TESLAARIEL10 to get 10% off your first ride.